Hey guys, Kennedy here. Just a couple of things I want to address. The first thing is my documentary, Phase 54, that's set to be released in the spring of 2019. I'm gonna cover a few things today. Why I'm doing this, why Phase 54. And I'm gonna cover a little bit of things, what's gonna be in the documentary, what to expect, etc., etc. First and foremost, Phase 54. I've been talking about it for a while now, a couple months, since track in the spring. And for those of you that are track athletes, I run the 400 hurdles, ran in college, took some time off from running, and now I'm back at it again. The reason Phase 54 is because, that's what I want to run in the 400 hurdles. That's my goal. So that's kind of the basis behind why I decided to call it Phase 54. But it's more than that. It's more than just me making a documentary, documenting, everything I'm doing as far as my training, to achieve, that 54 that I want to run. But it's more than that. There's a deeper message in that I'm trying to, relay. And, the biggest reason why I'm doing this Phase 54 documentary, because it's not for me, because I know what I can do. I know how hard I'm going to train. I know when I put my mind to something, I'm going to get after it. So this is not for me. This video is to inspire the youth. All the kids that I've training or have trained, this is for you guys. This is for, the 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old me back in the day. Something I would have wanted to seen when I was 18 or 19. That's what this video is for, and this is no script. I'm not going to edit this video. This is just straight off from my head. And the reason, I wanted to do this or want to do this is because, when I was 18, 19, I had a lot of goals. I had a lot of dreams, had a lot of things that I wanted to do. And I didn't let anyone get in the way of that at all. If I wanted to do something, I set my mind to it, I was gonna go out and do it. I remember my junior year, ran like 42:15 in the 300 hurdles. Didn't know how to alternate, but I knew I wanted to run in college, but I knew I wasn't going to be a 110 hurdler when I got to college. Those 42-inch hurdles just way too tall for me. So I told myself, I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna learn how to alternate. I'm gonna learn how to use my bad leg. Because you need to be able to do that in the 300 hurdles. Not everyone can do a 15-step stride pattern the whole race. I know I couldn't. I could go through 200, then I had to go to 16. I told my coach, and I was like, hey, next year I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna break the school record. I'm gonna be a state champion. And he laughed at me. Told me, all right, Kennedy, let's make these goals realistic. Actually, everyone I told that to. So I'm gonna break the school record. I'm gonna be a state champion. I'm gonna beat Rashawn Johnson. That was a defending state champion for my junior year. That was the first year I met him. Raced him a past school invite. He whooped my ass. Real nice guy. Super humble. But that was my goal. I wanted to beat him. And I told my coach that this is what I want to do. I'm gonna work all next year. I'm gonna learn how to alternate. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. He was just didn't believe me, which is fine. I don't care. I didn't need him to believe me. I didn't need anyone to believe me. Because I put the work in. I did what I needed to do. I broke the school record. I didn't win state. I made the state finals. Was fourth in the prelims. Actually fell the second hurdle. So didn't get to win state like I wanted. But you know what? The thing is though, I told myself I was gonna do something. I went out, I did it, I worked hard. I didn't let anyone tell me what to do, okay? That following year I went to Spokane Falls to run track. Had another goal, Just the year before, was it the year before? Oh, actually, not just the year before. It was bad. This was in Jeshua. It was at WSU his freshman year. He went to the 19 and under World Championships, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. Again, people thought that was really far-fetched. But, it didn't matter to me because, I just had a goal and I wanted to work towards something. If you don't have no goal, you're not working towards nothing, then, anything you're doing is going to fall short because you don't have a plan. You don't have a plan, set in motion. Basically what I'm trying to get out here is just, when I was 18, 19, I was probably the most driven person, I know. I worked my ass off. I did anything I needed to do. You can ask any of my teammates at Spokane, any of my coaches at Spokane. I got after. I didn't let anyone, discourage me. I didn't let anyone tell me I couldn't do something. And if they did, all that was fuel to my, to my engine to make me work even harder to prove them wrong. And that's kind of why I wanted to do this video. Because somewhere, along the way, I started letting people tell me what I could do or what I couldn't do. And I started letting that affect me and who I always used to be or was, as an athlete. And, I had a couple I had some bad seasons after that. I stopped running for a while, because I get people telling me, you can't do this, you're not good enough, you're washed up, you won't be as good as you were, your sophomore year at Spokane, etc. And like I said, when I was 17, 18, 19, I didn't let no one tell me what to do. If someone said I couldn't do something, I had the mindset like, okay, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And like I said, somewhere along the way, I kind of just lost track of that. And I don't know what it was, but so this is why I wanted to do Phase 54. Like I said, it's not for me, it's for every athlete out there right now. This is the message I want to tell you guys is, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do something, and myself included. If I'm your coach, and I know I'm coaching a few kids right now, I tell you that you can't do something, disregard that, man. Don't let anyone put a limit on what you can do, because if you want something and you work hard enough, and you have a goal, no one can tell you what to do. Obviously you're probably gonna fall short sometimes, but that's part of the whole game. You just come back, you recoup, and you start planning for the next season. And I'm 26 now, and I'm not gonna be able to run for, my running days are, gonna be coming to an end here soon. But this is kind of the last thing I have to hold on to. And I think I ran last season. I ran pretty good. And I think that, I got a couple more years in me. Brashawn Jackson, 30 plus, and he's still running at a high level, running with, Jordan Andrade, people who are my age and ran track with me, they know who Jordan Andrade is, people like him, he's the reason why I actually still want to run. Rashawn Johnson, I remember growing up, I wanted to be faster than him, I wanted to train with him. I wanted to kind of just, see what he did to get where he was at. People like Robert Shelby, dude was fast. I wanted to be just as fast as him. Jay Hop, who else? Adam Scalese, who else? Man, there's a lot of people, that I really. Joshua Anderson's one of them. The list goes on. Trey Scott, he was my teammate, when he was a freshman. Dude's doing crazy things. All these people, they've inspired me, somewhere in my life, when I was running track. Even now, You know, a lot of them don't run no more. I think, you know, just Jordan, you know, obviously, well, he's a pro athlete. You know, Jesh, you know, Trey's gonna be about to be a senior now up at Central. You know, everyone else, you know, they're probably done running now. You know, this is the last thing I have to hold on to as an athlete. So, yeah, I'm just trying to hold on to it as long as I can. You know, and I'm healthy as long as I can keep running. You know, that's my goal. That's what I want to do. But yeah, like I said, phase 54, set to come out in the spring of 2016. Like I said, this video is for the youth. This video is for, you know, every athlete out there right now going through what, you know, all of us athletes had to go through at some point in their career. Like I said, so I hope you guys follow me through this journey. You know, I'll be posting frequently, kind of a lot of very detail-oriented stuff. What I'm doing, each phases of my training. You know, I might even go into some of my diet, what I do for my diet, warm-ups, etc. You know, everything. A lot of information. You know, the only reason I have as much knowledge as I do today is because, you know, I pick people's brains. You know, when I was to this day, Jesh probably thinks I'm annoying as hell. That's just because, I mean, I know when I was an athlete growing up, you know, anyone who was faster than me, I wanted to pick their brain. I wanted to have a conversation with them. I wanted to figure out, you know, what it was that they did that made them so fast. You know, maybe I could like do something to emulate that or something, you know, so I could see the same results that they did. So, yeah, like I said, I'm really excited to kind of put this documentary out. I'm really excited, you know, for everyone to see it. I hope it inspires someone. I hope, you know, someone can take something that I said from this video and use it to inspire you in your own training. And, you know, the biggest thing that I just want everyone, like, you know, everyone who's listening to know is, don't even have to be with track. You know, if you have a goal or something, you know, do not let someone put limits on what you can do. You know, I did that for the longest time, and, you know, I regretted it. And, you know, now I'm trying to go back to, you know, those old ways, you know, back when I was 18, 19. Hey, like I said, this is no edit. I'm not editing this afterwards. This is just straight off my head. Because I want y'all to know this is no script. I didn't write this. I didn't write anything beforehand. Like, this is me just being real, just telling me, you know, explaining kind of what I experienced. I mean, and, you know, hope it can help someone, another athlete growing up, you know, hopefully not make the same mistakes I made. And I made a lot of mistakes. You know, that's another reason why I'm making this. You know, I want, you know, younger athletes looking at this video, you know, not make the same mistakes I made. You know, that way they can be better off and further their running career, you know, better than what I did, and be a better runner than I ever was. You know, I always tell everyone I coach, I wasn't the fastest person. I'm still not the fastest. You know, I can name a handful of people that are faster than me. You know, what I have over a lot of people is, you know, my drive. You know, like I said, when I set my mind to something, you know, I'm getting after it. Anyone can attest to that. Like I said, ask any of my teammates over at Spokane, ask any of my coaches, you know, ask Josh Bland, ask Claude, you know, spring coach over at Spokane, not anymore, but, you know, ask Ben Allen, ask anyone, any of my teammates, you know, over at Spokane. You know, they'll tell you, you know. But like I said, I'm going to wrap this up here in a bit. Phase 54, set to come out spring of 2019. I'm gonna be releasing teaser episodes, you know, every 2 weeks or so, kind of just documenting what's gonna be happening. I might change it up. I don't know. I want to do a full documentary, but at the same time, I want to release episodes like every Sunday. So we'll see. I don't know. I've got a lot of ideas that I want to do. You know, if you guys have any suggestions or things you might want to see, in the documentary, suggestions on the documentary. Would you rather see episodes every Sunday? Would you rather wait for the whole documentary at the end of the season? You know, I'm leaning towards episodes every Sunday. Regardless, though, leave your comments, concerns, questions below in my comments. And yeah, until next time, when I release my first episode. And yeah, like I said, hope you guys watch it. And I just want to end on this. Like I said, never let anyone tell you can't do something. You got a dream, you got to protect that shit with everything you have, and do whatever you have to do to make that dream come true. So, all right, later guys.